Hey guys, happy Thursday. Okay, so we are going to work on our check for understanding. Like most times, what this is going to require us to do is look back in the text to answer the questions. We really like using text evidence, right? That way we know our answer is right and it makes sense with the text. Let's look at number one. Let's read through it real quick. What genre clues help you distinguish between the poems and prose in Butterfly Eyes and Other Secrets of the Meadows? So, how are we going to find this out? Well, we are going to take our books and we are going to flip back to the pages and find our answer. Now, if you have a little trouble figuring out the answer, remember, as we read, we do those close read notes, right? That is where you can find some help for figuring out that information. And you should be doing the close read notes as you read. You have a highlighter or a marker and you're going through and doing those. We have number two. How does Joyce Sidman's choice of structure for the poem Sap Song connect to its ideas? Mr. Herring can't read. Okay, so remember, text structure, especially in a poem structure, is how the poet decides to put the lines, right? So think about that, and have fun rereading it. It's kind of cool. Now, number three, draw a conclusion about who the patient ones are in the poem. We are waiting. Support your conclusion with text evidence. This is straight up. You go to the poem and you find out who the patient ones are, and you support your conclusion with text evidence. We need to see parentheses and that you're using text evidence to answer the question, okay? And then last one, analyze the relationships between creatures and plants that are discussed in the text. What do they have in common? This will require you, again, going back, reading through. And guys, have fun with this. Poetry is one of those very fun and very interesting parts of reading. Now, we have a special guest today, or I'm the special guest. We're both guests. We have Miss Leach, who is going to talk to you about the second part of our assignment today, visual imagery.
Hey guys! Oh, it's really dark. Hold on. Let me move. Let me move. All right. Well, here we go. Okay, I'm still kind of in the dark, but you can see me. All right, hey guys, Miss Leach here, and Mr. Herring and I are tag teaming it today because we are so ready to go on Thanksgiving break, and so we're just trying to knock out what we can. So we're going to look on page 357 here in your workbook. Oh my gosh, I think I just knocked over my water bottle. Oh, Lord. Thanks, Mr. Herring. Okay, this is kind of how our life is like right now. We're just kind of like bending all the way around. Okay, hold on. I'm almost there. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, Lord. Okay, on 357, you're going to open up your workbook, and we're going to be building on text evidence. So you have two columns here, text evidence column that you see here. And then over here, you see what happens and how it helps me visualize. When you visualize something, you need to use your words to describe it. Using words needs to be able to create a mental image and build that picture so that when we read your story or your informational text, we can understand and be able to basically paint a picture. So we're going to paint that picture in our mind and then put it onto paper into words. So how do we do that? Using the highlighted text that you did with a close read, you're going to go back through the stories and you're going to describe what you visualized while reading the poems in prose. Text evidence, it reminds you that you go back into the story. What you highlighted, you write down word for word. Make sure you put your dancing fingers around it on the quotation marks. And then when it asks you in the second column what it helps me visualize, always start your sentence with, this helps me visualize how, and then build that. So if you see right here, I have it on my document that the text evidence was straight from the story with the dancing fingers around it. And then over here, you would provide a complete sentence with a capital and a period. And you always start your sentence with, this helps me visualize how. So it's right here. We're going to ask that you go through each one. And you have 2 boxes, so that shouldn't be too hard or too challenging for you. Please remember that you can always jump on our Zoom rooms. We do have instructional Zoom. Me personally, mine's 10 to noon. Mr. Herring, what time is yours?
8 to 11:30.
8 to 11:30, and then 10 and noon. So if you have any more questions, please jump on and let us know.